as promised, I think it's time to see if we can get this motor to start. I'm going to try to do it the correct way. So first of all, we're going to rip all that wiring out, and then we're going to set up a nice little kind of simple basic wiring with a remote starter switch and get this motor to start again. I don't think it's going to be too hard. It started right up last year, so this time it should be even better. I would say I've seen better wiring than this. Everything's melted. Looks like it had a short. Here's the mess going on inside. Here's the infamous Ford resistor wire. And this is also, well, pretty messed up. So what I'm going to do is, even though you can probably run the coil off 12 volts for a short amount of time, you really want to reduce that down to about 9 volts. So we're going to run an inline ballast resistor. Just an absolute pile of trash, really. But unfortunately, I need to save a lot of this. Like, I think they don't remake a lot of these things, like the wiper motor, or the wiper switch, ignition switch, although I might have to find something better than that. But it's pretty much stripped clean and ready. I'm going to reuse the starter solenoid. Probably just use the wires that are on there already. Heater core ports have seen better days. I've decided I want straight pipes. Okay, it's nighttime. It's still over 100 degrees, but at least it's not 112. So this is my redneck setup. O'Reilly sold me a battery that holds a charge for about 2 seconds for 18 bucks as a core, so I can sell that back. But I just needed something that was powerful enough to turn this motor over. So what I've got going on is, it's on the charger at the moment, but I've got the starter solenoid hooked up to the ground, and the ground is hooked up to the engine right there. I've got a ballast resistor so we can reduce to 9 volts on the coil, and then I've got the coil connected to the distributor. I've also got a loser switch hooked up to the starter, and I've got some special sauce over here, some good old ethanol 91 octane with a 40-to-1 two-stroke premix, just to give a little extra lubrication to those cylinder walls. So I haven't started this up yet, and I'm not going to run it for long, but it should start right up. Alright, let's put a little hot sauce in. See how it sounds here. Look. Alright.
you, son.
I'm out here spraying some PB Blaster on all the brake lines because I don't want to break those. I'm just kind of looking at this truck for the first time, really. And I'm encountering my first signs of redneck engineering. I mean, so far in this truck, I really haven't seen too much. But now, apparently this leaf spring shackle has been replaced at some point. Here's a good one. And then I noticed the tie rod has a whole, I don't know, 3/16 inch piece of sheet welded onto it. Maybe even thicker. Wonder what that was for. I am absolutely insane to be out here. 113 degrees. I come out here a little bit at a time. I got the drive shaft off. Pulled off the speedometer. Now I'm going to take out the gear shift. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the valve cover so I can access the head bolts over here a little better. And then I can install the chain. So I was pulling out the head bolt here just to see what size to replace it with a grade 8, and you know, it's threaded in there quite a ways. I don't think I really need to buy another bolt. I think this is just fine. I ended up just grinding down the size just a little bit so I could get in there. Listen. That'll work pretty good. I'm going to throw the valve cover back on just to keep the dirt out. Well, it doesn't go on all the way, but it's better than nothing. Phoenix is dusty. I actually bought the correct tool to take brake lines off with. Hopefully no more rounded nuts. That's what she said. Alright, all that is left are the 4 engine mounts. And that should go pretty well. I've been having PB Blaster sitting in there for a few days. They jumped up from 3/4 to 7/8 back here, and that one wasn't even tight. Wow, I was getting ready to pull the motor and it just started storming. Okay, it's like midnight, but it's like beautiful out. It's like 90 degrees. I think I'd be a fool not to take this opportunity to yank this thing out.
Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let her memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry. You're all I got, take care of me. Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let her memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry.
That one's bending pretty good. It's almost like straight up.
I'm drowning in a whiskey river, bathing my memoried mind in the wetness of its soul, feeling the amber current flowing from my mind, and leaving heart you left so cold. Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let her memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry. You're all I got, take care of me.
I gotta be getting close here. I just want to get it out, move the truck away and get it down and not worry about it.
I'm drowning in a whiskey river.
Okay, the problem is I can't get my boom high enough. So I'm going to try to shorten this chain up as much as I can. Okay, I shortened up things pretty significantly.
And leaving the heart you left so cold. Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let her memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry. You're all I got to give.
Come back down to earth, little mama. Watch out for my tools. Oh my goodness, I'm going to let her sit just there for a second. Guess I'm going to be jumping in the pool again. Man, that was a nerve-wracking one. I didn't realize how big this thing really is. Dang. I tell you, that's a nice motor. I can't believe I was such a inline 6 snob. Who cares how fast it goes? Anyway, I'm going to put this aside because I just can't stop thinking about future projects, of course. So if I ever come across one that needs this, I'll put it in. Or in 3-4 years when this is done, my other motor that I picked up in Colorado, this one. Well, if that one goes bad, I can put this one in and have a running truck fairly easily. Okay, so I only got to get from about right there to right over there. It's new home for a little bit. Come on, man. Just a little. All right. Alright, gotta go a little higher. Come on, engine. Stay cool. Oh, man, I can tell how heavy this thing is. Jesus. Swing around, please. Swing. Okay, how do I get you over more? I don't think I do. Okay, there she is. Her temporary home. I'll have to make something a little bit nicer for her as I get more time. Once the weather gets a little nicer, I'll make a couple wood. Is wood going to be affordable in a couple months? We'll find out. I'll make a couple wood carts for these things so I can move them around. But we got an empty 60 F100 over there. I think it was about this time last year I did the same thing on old Elmer. It was about a year and 3 months ago that I bought this truck. In that time I've totally dismantled a second donor truck, grafted on a big window, and now I pulled another engine. So time to get all this stuff off, clean it up a little bit. What I really want to get on is metal repair. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I don't want to do it in 100-degree heat, so I'll do a few things, get it ready for that point, get everything completely dismantled, and then when the weather gets a little nicer, I can get going on the metal work. That was another sweaty night and a little bit of a prickly situation, but got out of it just fine. On to the next thing.